Okay, welcome to Mustang land. Whoa, GT350 right off the bat. Look at that, looks like some special drag car. That's a 66. Berry plastic glass. 66 factory drag car. This is a factory drag car. High performance motors from Los Angeles. Carroll Shelby, look at there's the Carroll Shelby School of High Performance Driving. Wow, a GT350. So that must have been a car that they let you drive around. One of 3 Shelby school cars, Big R. And here's another one. Another race Shelby. God, these are really GT350R SFM, one of 33 competition production models. So this is what you could buy to go racing. Look at that. Here's another one, all from California. 65 drag unit. And another GT350 for one of 500 street cars. So there's your GT350. But I thought the GT350 had that plastic insert in the back for the vent window. But maybe this is an early one. What year is this? This is 65. No, I guess they didn't all have that plastic vent window. I think that was one of the contributing things that made it another 65. This must be the GT500 section. One of two. 67. One of 2000. GT500. See, they had my understanding was they first came out with the 427 side oiler engine. They ran out of them or something, and then they put the 428 police interceptor motor in it, was my understanding. But I'm not a Mustang guy, so I could be wrong. Okay, 69 Boss 302. Another Boss 429. 69. We got a couple more down here. This Cougar's kind of... Well, there's a Boss Cougar. I didn't know there was a Boss Cougar. Look at that, with the 302. So another Boss 302. 70. And another 429, and then that should be what, a 70? 71. 71. I think this was the end of the line for the Boss world. I was never a fan of this particular body style, but it still sells strong. I like the earlier ones, 70 and earlier. But that's the small block and the big blocks for the Mustangs. I guess I'm going to call this the wall of Cudas. Wow. Look at all this stuff. The wall of Cudas. Here's a TA. Some of my, I don't know my Cudas. Some were Barracudas and some were Cudas. Wall of Cudas. Wow, yowzer. AAR Cuda. Are these all AAR Cudas? Yeah, that one is all with the little flag. You can see the AAR. So that's an AAR Cuda there. That's one too. That one isn't. So those are all AAR Cudas. 70. Look at that. Just stashed up in the corner. Yeah. I got a couple of AAR Cudas. These Cudas, they're AAR Cudas. So this is wall number 2 of Cudas. I don't know. There's 1, 2, 3. There's a TA. There's another AAR Cuda. How many AAR Cudas do we have on this one? 5 or 6? I mean, the AAR Cudas are like, they're not easy to come by. Yowzer. So you've probably seen this before. This was a big kind of show car that was in the magazines a few years back, and it's wild. It's actually a V12 Merlin out of Miss Budweiser, which you probably saw it during the hydro races. How can you stick that thing in there? Well, look how far he sits back. How crazy is that? It looks like an aircraft. Look at that. There's virtually no room. Hand-painted rivets. And you've got to have, what are those things? Machine guns on the side?
Yeah.
And look at the, wow. Oh, this is the tank. There's the tank for the filler. Fighter Group 352. I mean, talk about the ultimate Tri-5. Yowzer. The final objective. Merlin V12 from Miss Budweiser in a 55 Bel Air hardtop. You're not going to see anything like this in the hood. So as a Camaro guy, we need to include this because this is a historic and folkloric. This is the first ZL1, which was the all-aluminum 427. And this was Fred Gibb. I'm not sure with Fred where they were, Detroit or not. I think Dick Harrell was the driver. And this car, reputedly they put out 600 horsepower, but this actually set a National Hot Rod Association record of 963 at 143. I mean, we're talking 1969 here. I mean, that's a really fast time nowadays. But so this is the first ZL1, which was part of the Copo project, Central Order Production. We're going to do a pass here in Charger land. 68 Charger, Hemi 4-speed. Here's another 68 RT. Oh God, here we go. Oh, by the way, here's a 70 Plymouth 426 Hemi-Cuda. Another holy grail. I think I'm not sure how many he's got. At least 3, maybe 4. Hemi-Cuda convertible. Just sitting here. 69 Dodge Charger RT. 70. Okay, so there's the other Hemi. Okay. So 71 Charger. Followed by another 70. And here's another 70 Hemi-Cuda in yellow. So that's what, the second one. 70 Dodge Challenger RT. I like the Challengers better than the Charger myself, but that's just my personal preference. Torque Flight automatic. Another Challenger RT Hemi. One of 2 Hemis with the N94 and fiberglass hood package. This is some of the rarest stuff on the planet. The third Hemi-Cuda convertible. One of 9. So that's why they're so rare. There's only 9 of them. And how many does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 of 9 in the world. 70 Dodge Challenger RT. Another 70 Challenger. 71 Challenger RT. Kind of day glow orange. 71 Challenger RT Hemi. 70 Hemi-Cuda. I like this one, the black one. That's nice. It's really nice. I thought there were more than 9 of them, but I guess not. So what does that mean? If 5 out of 9, what does he have? 65% of the Hemi-Cudas in the world. 71 Challenger RT. 426 Hemi. You can see how big those guys are. Giant heads. 71 Dodge Challenger 4-speed RT. And you can see that has a different hood. Or maybe not. Only factory 71 Hemi E-body sunroof car. How's that for rareness? Hemi-Cuda. Red one. The first Hemi-Cuda. Okay, here's number one. Wow, how rare is that? Of Hemi-Cudas, he's got the first one ever made. Whew, what, 5 million? I don't know. I know they were going for 2 or 3 million, but let's just say 5. Pick a round number. Ooh, my Camaros are next. Woo-hoo. Okay, let's finish up the Challengers. 71, another 71, another 71 Challenger. Some of the rarest cars in the world, yes. My world Camaro Land 67 Z, one of 600. Oh, stunning. Look at this one, Steve. Absolutely perfect paint. Stunningly beautiful, perfect paint. Now, some of them came with that little pinstripe. I think that was a factory option. I'm not sure. So, of course, these came RS and SS. This is just an RS, which was the hidden headlight and the rear backup lights. Vinyl hardtop. I just saw one of these. Guy parked next to me at Good Guys. This was Granada Gold. 67 SS. 396. L78. So that's the 375 horsepower motor, which of course is what you want. Uh-oh. Super Yenko. Super Yenko. Look at that. What a sleeper with a 427 in it. You'd never know that. You can tell, because see, that's the hood off the Corvette, the 67 Corvette. That scoop, but it's not painted as Stinger. I think that's a unique Yenko feature. God, look at the paint. The paint on these things are just perfect. Bumblebee Sprite. 67 has the vent window. Now we go to 68, and this is the kind of the front stripe and the side stripe. Another factory L78, 396, 375 horsepower convertible. You can see on the top here, those are the so-called ice cube tray vents, and I'm working on those right now, and I kind of want to make them functional because they're not functional. They're for looks only. 68, one of 64 Yenko Super Camaro 450s. I'm not sure what the 450. Look how different the hood is on that one. So that is 67. So the 67 and 68 Yenko hoods are different. What does the 450 mean? L72 427. 450 horsepower. So 450 horsepower 427. Now we go to 69 Z. Z28 RS. So about 250,000 of these each year. All superb examples. This was the pace car, 69 pace car with the L89, and the L89 I think was the aluminum head version of the big block. Aluminum head. Was that, did that have the 427 in it?
L89,
396, so it was the 396 motor, not the 427.
Pace cars, actually real pace cars that were made for the Indy 500.
So this is a real pace car, not a
1969.
not a bogus one. This is a real one. Well, yeah, and it's got the orange houndstooth. Yeah. So my understanding that the only cars that had the stripes like this were the pace cars and the Z's. Of course, then that has the 69 cowl induction hood.
Two-headed monster.
Another 396. This is another L89. God, these are so rare. So you could order this car this way. One of 3 and 11. So the 396, you could get it, of course, in 69, and you could order the L89, which was the aluminum head version. Another 69. The Burger Double Copo. What is double Copo? Original supercar dealers, sports car conversion, 140 miles per hour, double copo. That's something I got to look up. Double copo. And of course the Yenko Super Camaro, 1 of 10 in Olympic gold. I never was a big fan of the stripes. I think that they kind of, I like the stock stripes better myself. But a Yenko is a Yenko. You know, they're probably $500,000. 1 of 22 Jack Douglas Yenko. So there is the end of Gen 1 Camaros from 67 to 69. Okay, so now we go to Gen 2, which is starting in 1970. Well, this was kind of GM's attempt to be European in their styling. This is a Dick Harrell Performance supercar. So it probably has an LS6 in it, which would be the 454. There's another 70Z, Survivor Z with vinyl top and 4-speed M22 car. Another Z. The thing I don't like about the Z is they didn't have the split bumper. I think the split bumper looks better on the second gen, but it's correct to have the full bumper for the Z. And a 73. This is the last year of this particular body style. 48,000 original miles. He doesn't have a lot of original stuff. He has absolutely restored to perfection models. Mentioning the LS6 a couple times, and this is the LS6. It's confusing because there's the LS motors and there's an LS7, which is a motor. This is the LS5 and LS6, which was the 454. But the LS6 was the big dog with 450 horsepower. So yeah, that's what everybody wants. But you know, 450 horsepower is like standard now in anything you get in LS or LT, which would be Gen 5. 69 Yenko 427, 1 of 99 Copos. Another central office production order Copo. And God, Yenkos, man, a lot of Yenkos. 70 Yenko Deuce, Nova Yenko Deuce. And that says LT1, so 70 would be LT1. That's another confusing thing. The LT1 engine came out in 1970, and then 1982, and then 2014. They're all called LT1s. So it's very confusing to try to figure out, well, you're talking about the engine, or you're talking about the car, or the option code, or what is it that you're referring to? 66, 396, 360 horse Chevelle. 66 and 67s are still highly sought after. 67s are probably, well, I'm not sure. They're my favorite. 65. This is the famous Z16. I think I made 201 of these, if I'm not mistaken. 1 of 201. 396 4-speed. So they didn't put the 396 in 65. Well, they did, but only in 201 cars. And this is a Z16, which is just about as rare as you can get in 65. The 65 and the 64 were basically the same. The grill comes out a little bit more in the 65. I'm not seeing any 64s here, so maybe he doesn't like 64s. Okay, that's about it for today's videos of, I can't quite get over, there we go, of the Brothers collection, and it's just beyond anything you can possibly imagine. I've been looking forward to seeing it because there's so much history here, and the cars are not only superb, they're just top of the line stuff, some of the rarest stuff on the planet, and it's by invitation only. So if you know somebody, see if you can get a tour, because it's a once in a lifetime.